Whip.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to support this very important bill that seeks to remove 25%, and I think that should be very clear, 25% excise duty on imported parts of that transformer, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this still confirms, this is one of the things that confirms that indeed what was actually rejected last year wasn't really very bad as people wanted to make it look like, and they went to the streets without really understanding that these are some of the proposals that were pushed. Mr. Speaker, each person here, each member of parliament in this, or each member of this House, Honorable Speaker, has an issue or two as far as electricity and transformer or power connectivity in their constituency is concerned. And because sometimes, of course, out of the growing population and such kind of things, there is a challenge of overloading, Honorable Speaker, of transformers. As we speak right now, Honorable Speaker, I have about 11 villages in my constituency that are in blackout today because of a worn-out transformer, Honorable Speaker. And anytime you visit the relevant offices, the Kenya Power and all the relevant offices, Honorable Speaker, that deal with that, they tell you that, we are waiting for a specific part. We are waiting for some part from Nairobi, or some part, we sent for some part somewhere in some overseas, and we are waiting for about 3 weeks so that that very particular part should be arriving in another 2 weeks to fix that transformer. That really puts us in a very awkward situation. So what this bill seeks, Honorable Speaker, is to encourage people, especially those people within that industry, that because there is no such excise duty, then that very cost of assembling a transformer locally is going to be very easy. This is what we were saying even last year, Honorable Speaker, that if you are able to remove 25% on excise duty, the people who deal in this line of business, the people who deal in the line of energy, including even the Kenya Power themselves and any other player that wants to engage, the suppliers of such transformers, will be able to import several parts of those transformers, Honorable Speaker, or of those parts, Honorable Speaker, and have them assembled here in this country, Honorable Speaker. It then brings in 2 points. Number one, we'll have helped in job creation, because assembling in this country will really grow. Because as it currently is, Honorable Speaker, many transformers that we have are usually, brought in this country fully assembled from elsewhere. That means job creation is done elsewhere. But removing the excise duty, Honorable Speaker, on the parts that are important, then it means that factories and industries that want to assemble the transformers will move to this country, create more jobs for our youth, and expand and of course help mitigate this challenge of lack of enough transformers across the country. So, Honorable Speaker, this bill wouldn't have come. I wish it could actually come a bit earlier, perhaps maybe in 2023, so that we solve this problem. Because if we give each member of parliament an opportunity to speak today here, they will say over 1 or 2 transformers that are missing in their constituencies. Some even up to 10, others up to 15. In fact, I got a message, Honorable Speaker, from one of my constituents yesterday, telling me that, Mheshimiwa, you lied to us that you'll fix this transformer about 4 months ago. And I really wish and hope that the guy is watching, that the problem that we have in that particular transformer is that part that is supposed to repair that transformer is missing. And it's missing because currently there is 25% excise duty to have that part, in this country, so that we are able to fix it. So wait a little bit. We are now on the second reading. You wait a little bit, we pass this bill, we remove the 25% of the excise duty on that particular part, then you will have your transformer fixed. Because that is the problem you're having, Honorable Speaker. So this bill, we urge all members to support and agree with us that even as we talk about the transformers, we should also again think about other parts, including the vehicles. We go ahead on the tires, every spare part, everything that was in the last year's finance bill, Honorable Speaker. Many of these things are the things that we talked about. Assembling parts, assembling the parts so that we don't rely on finished products from countries. We should be self-reliant. We can do it here, Honorable Speaker. We can assemble parts here. We can assemble transformers here. What we had, or the challenge that we had, Honorable Speaker, and we've been having, is that excise duty on parts is higher sometimes than even the fully assembled from the other parts of the world or overseas, Honorable Speaker. So this is a right step towards a right direction, Honorable Speaker. I fully support. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Wangwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to first and foremost support this amendment bill, basically looking for the reduction in excise duty from the 25% to on various parts touching on the electric transformers. Honorable Speaker, I come from a constituency which is very lowly supplied with electricity. And many a times, the complaint with Kenya Power has been the transformers are not there, or if the transformers have been put, for one reason or another, the transformers are faulty. And Honorable Speaker, many a times also, it happens that whenever you approach KPLC or REREC, it says the transformers are on transit, they are being imported, and many a times also, it puts you in an awkward situation where you have to explain to my constituents the situation, yet they need power as at that time. Doing at about 34% in my constituency, Honorable Speaker, that's a very low rate of power supply. And once this bill comes into law, I want to look forward to getting, Honorable Speaker, good supply of transformer and transformer parts so that the whole country, Honorable Speaker, including my constituency of Aholo, can get supply. What is the import of this bill, Honorable Speaker? It's simply going to allow that the importation of transformer parts is now easy, and we should now, Honorable Speaker, caution the Kenya Revenue Authority, as we approve this, that let them not shift the goalposts, Honorable Speaker. Many a times, you will see that we pass this bill as it is, then it gets to KRA, Honorable Speaker, they shift in terms of the coding. You get tomorrow that, Honorable Speaker, the code for the transformer as assembled and the code for the parts is separated. Honorable Speaker, we need to look at it and ask KRA to be very punctual in implementing this law. As soon as it's approved, Honorable Speaker, and ascended into law, we want to see that, Honorable Speaker, we get enough, we get the waivers put, there are right application put into the system so that we get the transformers as instant as possible. Honorable Speaker, we have seen people asking that the president is moving around and lighting in villages, doing the lighting various village homes. What is it that separates, Honorable Speaker, light in an upmarket estate and light in the village? In any case, light is more required in the village than even in the upmarket estate, Honorable Speaker, because we also have lights, street lights, but we need more light in the villages